Tonight, help is on the way for the healthcare workers that we all rely on in the case of an emergency. And how do you put a price tag on that? Well, there is one, $11 million.
That's a lot of money, but the cash is headed to Grady Memorial to help keep the hospital from collapsing under the crippling workload that's headed their way. The clock is ticking as Atlanta braces for a healthcare crisis. Just 55 days till they pull the plug on Wellstar AMC. It is the only other trauma center equipped to carry the city's crushing workload of patients. CBS 46's Patrick Quinn live outside of Grady tonight. And Patrick, why did leaders greenlight this money to go to Grady?
Yeah, right now, well, Atlanta Medical Center, right, it's going to close in just about 2 months, but county leaders said they had to move right now. They have to start preparing for that impending closure, and they plan on pumping in that $11 million into Grady Hospital. And county leaders say for the sake of the patients, for the sake of the staff, they had to move right now to make sure that Grady is stable.
In just 8 weeks, Atlanta Medical Center will close its doors, leaving Grady Hospital as the only Level 1 trauma center in Atlanta. And now, Fulton leaders are bolstering Grady's budget to make sure it's stable through this anticipated strain.
The first thing we can do and the best thing we can do to ensure that healthcare needs are being met is that we've got a stable Grady Hospital.
Bob Ellis and the Fulton County Board of Commissioners approved to accelerate $11 million of federal reimbursement funding to Grady to help cover care for those not insured and to offset rising labor costs through the pandemic.
We had enough funds on hand. It's important to kind of get them as much financial stability, as they possibly can have, particularly in light of the recent announcements by AMC Wellstar.
Wellstar announced on November 1st it'll close Atlanta Medical Center. Leadership blaming financial struggles. Ellis said Grady, co-owned by Fulton and DeKalb counties, cannot have the same fate. A spokesperson for DeKalb County told me they too are, quote, in talks with Grady to make a similar investment in the coming weeks. Grady administration welcomed this financial support, telling me in an email, quote, Grady is grateful for the Fulton County Board of Commissioners' decision to release these funds now before FEMA reimbursement in light of Atlanta Medical Center's impending closure and our need to deploy resources.
And the Board of Commissioners for Fulton County, they approved this just today, and I am told that this money, the $11 million, it'll be transferred to Grady Hospital immediately. Now, I asked Commissioner Ellis, what more can the county do to bolster Grady? And they told me, well, we're going to be watching very closely in the coming weeks. He told me, honestly, we're not sure how severe the healthcare system in Atlanta will be hit when AMC officially closes, and he said more help may be needed. Live tonight in Atlanta, Patrick Quinn, CBS 46 News.
The closure of AMC